it doesn't matter what it is in life. If you're going after something and trying to be successful at anything, it's going to take longer than you want and it's going to take longer than you think. This is something that I've kind of known for a long time, but it really kind of slapped me in the face recently, just in terms of me being able to gain weight and actually, get a little bit stronger in my life. And just to kind of give you guys a personal story real fast. I've always been pretty skinny. I mean, I'm not a huge guy. I'm like 5'9". I've always kind of hovered around like 152 pounds, 153, which I know some of you guys are listening, like you're a freaking shrimp. Dude, it is what it is. I've historically been pretty skinny. I mean, I've always been in good shape. Like I'm very, very lean, and I'm in pretty good shape, all things considered, and I'm pretty strong. But I've always been pretty skinny, right? And just again, as an example, I mean, one of the things that I have constantly tried to do in my life for the past, man, I'm 27 years old right now. I mean, for the past, let's say 10 years, seriously, maybe even more, I've been trying to gain weight and get stronger and get, bulkier so that I'm, more, at the time, better equipped for basketball and become more successful there. And now in my case, it's just to look better and, be, better equipped for, martial arts and all the other stuff that I have going on. And I can tell you, man, I am just now starting to kind of hit my stride when it comes to gaining weight, bulking up, and getting in better shape when it comes to that. I mean, right now, I just weighed in at 167. I'm gaining weight, I'm gaining muscle. It's something that I've worked my butt off for so long to do, and I'm just now starting to hit my stride when it comes to that, right? It's been about 10 years, right? That's one example. Another example is, my business. When I left college in 2017, it's actually 2018. I graduated high school in 2017. I left college in 2018. And I came back home and I started my business. And I've been doing marketing and advertising for, what is it? It's 2025 now. So what is that, 7 years? I've been working my butt off for 7 years. It might even be a little bit over 7 years, honestly. But it takes a long time, man. And I didn't make any money when I first got started, right? Same thing, when I was trying to gain weight, I was super skinny, man. I couldn't gain weight to save my life. And then now I'm finally starting to hit my stride and starting to gain, lean muscle and pretty good. And, now in terms of my finances, I'm starting to actually make some pretty damn good money, as what most people would say. And I wasn't making any money when I first got started, right? You think I wanted to wait 7 years to make decent money? You think I wanted to wait, 10 years to start gaining any kind of weight and not being a skinny little dude? I mean, I've been super self-conscious about that in my life. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you guys. A lot of people that are overweight, they talk about how hard it is to lose weight. I'm on the exact opposite side of the spectrum. It's so difficult for me to gain weight, and I have to eat like crazy, just constantly eating. Like I'm setting reminders for myself, like I'm taking creatine, I'm doing, protein shakes, like probably all the stuff that you guys have done if you're in my situation or have been in my situation before. But my point is, and how this relates to you guys, is everything that you're going to do in your life that's worth doing is going to take longer than you expect. Everything that you're going to do in your life that's worth doing is going to be harder than you expect, right? Nothing is going to come easy that is worthwhile, right? And if you're going to make a lot of money, get in better shape, meet the right people in your life, find the right girl, find the right, spouse, whatever it might be, find the right business partner, find the right place where you like to live, whatever it might be. All these things are going to take a lot longer than you think, and they're going to be a lot more difficult than you think. It's not easy to do any of those things, right? It's going to take time. And the entire time that you're in that waiting period, so to speak, you have to be working your butt off every single day. You think I was just sitting around when I was not making any money, the first, 5-6 years of my business? No, I was hustling every single day, going from pretty much when I woke up to when I went to bed. Of course, I had, small breaks here and there, and I would go to the gym and do other stuff as well. But I was busting my butt every single day, hustling, right? It's the exact same thing, man. You cannot be passive. You have to attack every single day, and you have to be willing to wait that shit out for another 5 to 10 years for your progress to be able to materialize. That's the reality. Anybody who's built real success at anything, let's say it's, in the gym or making money or, meeting girls, whatever it might be. Everybody who is successful at anything is going to tell you the exact same thing. It takes a long time for you to be able to build traction and be able to gain momentum. It takes a long time, and you're going to be going for years at a time to where you're not going to know if this is going to work out or not. You know, is the work that I'm putting in, is it working? That's what you're going to be asking yourself. I'm not making any money. I'm not gaining any weight. I'm not getting any closer to my goals, right? I'm going to stop doing this. That's what everybody thinks. And that's where everybody quits, is because everybody thinks that, you know, the work is not going to pay off. And I can tell you, as from experience in multiple different avenues of my life, the work freaking works if you just keep on showing up. That's what you have to do, to show up every single day, do as much as you possibly can, and call it a day. And then show up the next day and do everything you can, and then call it a day. And then do everything you can, and then call it a day. And you have to be patient. You have to understand that this is going to take a long time. If I'm going to change my life, do you really think that's going to happen in 1 year? I mean, come on, guys, let's be realistic here. If you're going to change your entire freaking life and make life-changing money, do you really think that's going to happen in 24 months? I don't think so. And I can tell you from experience, it's not going to happen, you know, and I'm very much still on my journey for, you know, making life-changing money and, you know, being in the best shape of my life and all this different kind of stuff. I've got goals just like you guys do. And it's going to take us time for us to be able to hit those goals. But we have to understand that it's going to take a lot more time than you expect. And if you understand that and you legitimately take that to heart and you understand, hey, this is probably going to take me 5 to 10 years for me to accomplish this goal, whatever it might be. If you can commit to that, you're going to be unstoppable, because most people think it's going to be, you know, 3 or 4 months, you know, and most people think it's going to be less than that, honestly. I mean, most people think they can go to the gym for a month or two and get in good shape. It's just not the reality, man. Most people think they can start a business and make millions of dollars in 90 days. That's a joke, man. You're being sold a scam. You're being scammed. You have to commit to this kind of stuff for decades at a time. And if you can do that and work with that type of time frame, you're going to be unstoppable, because most people are going to give up after 90 days. And if you can just outlast everybody, you're going to gain more experience and you're going to have less people to compete with, because these people are going to be quitting and you're going to keep on moving in the right direction. And that's all there is to it. Understand that anything worth doing is going to take a lot longer than you think. And if you can understand that and take that to heart and keep moving forward every single day, you're going to be unstoppable. And you'll be, you know, speaking to people and giving them advice and telling them how you made it and how you were successful because you just did this. This is arguably one of the most important pieces of advice I can give anybody. You have to understand that it's going to take longer than you think, and that's totally normal. So I hope this helps you guys out. Rewatch this video because it's that important. You need to understand this, and it will change your life like it has changed mine. So I hope this helps you guys out. Subscribe to the channel. I love you guys, and we'll speak soon.